don't know whether you guys can see it. We are in the middle island with a bunch of geese. So, hey everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. I haven't recorded in quite a while, and we are back in Paris, and we are in the middle island of the park, and we'll have our lunch around here, and it's a new thing that we're in the middle island. So this is the restaurant that we'll be in. Not this one, I think it's the other side. And this is the boat that took us here. So our attempt for today is that we are going to be walking all the way to Champs-Élysées, but what we just found out is that there might be protests, and we don't know whether it will be in that area or not. So we're just gonna see when we arrive there, and if there is, we're gonna go somewhere else because we are not gonna risk it since we only have less than 3 days before we head off, and we don't want to be in trouble. So I am so not used to having the streets this empty. I think maybe it's because it is summer in France, but you don't see as much cars like parked on the road as I wanted it to be. So when I was mentioning when there is not a lot of people just now, if you can see like that crowd over there, oh my word, I am gonna catch the virus, that's for sure. No, I'm just joking. Do not. You won't know these days, will you? But yeah, and it seems on my left they're having a, I don't know what you call that then, event going on. Out of all times, they take a time of COVID to have like a concert. Can you imagine that? I don't think in Asia you'll be allowed to be holding concerts like this during a critical time because they don't have another lockdown after. So now we have arrived at where the river is. There's gonna be a few more times we'll be walking on the riverfront before we take our flight. I wanted to take that kind of boat ride with my friend actually, but we had too many things planned for our trip, our short trip together. So I'm gonna make a critical decision and to buy an ice cream because it is hot and I think it's a good time to have an ice cream. I finally got the ice cream. I just started licking it because it's melting faster than I can eat it. But yeah, I have to say getting a cone or a cup of ice cream on a hot day like this can never go wrong. Because it's like you're eating something cold when it's very hot outside. So, but I would say it's not bad at that. So I think I found one of the what do you call it, the fanciest hotel from the outside. I will show it to you from a different angle. So I don't know whether you can see it, but look at like they have like all the balconies. I don't think they are really big balconies, but all of it has these nice flowers on the side. And I think we are on the right road to Champs-Élysées. So starting from this road, you can see it is the start of Champs-Élysées, where you have expensive brands like Versace, like Salvatore, Then you have Chanel at the other end, Low, Dior, and I think we should be coming to an intersection where it's going to be exactly Champs-Elysees. So we are on the street of Champs-Elysees. Right now, I've only seen 2 officers. It doesn't look that bad. I am not too worried because there is still a crowd. So we are going to walk, and I want to go to the Disney shop. That's my main goal. And then we're gonna get a little more souvenirs before we leave. So that's our main goals. And yeah, so this is the queue to go into this Saint-Germain shop, and they are selling this like the uniform of Leo Messi, and we have here's the big sign with his name on it, and yeah, so I think it's gonna be expensive buying it. So I was having a huge debate on getting water bottles, but I've decided to get this for my cousin, the cars, and I'm gonna get this at least for myself because it is cheaper than getting the Star Wars one. So when I ended up in the queue, again I'm having this big debate whether I will use the water bottle or not, because 10 euros for the water bottle, which is about 11 or 12 US dollars, it is expensive in a Disney store compared to like a Disney store in the US. But I've decided to get it because I don't want to be hesitating anymore. And I got a new like cotton bag because the one that I got, I used it so much since I got it, and it did kind of fall apart to me. So yeah, so we just entered galleries. We're going down to the food court to just for nothing, just to like look around and mess around, not mess. So we wanted, when my friend was here, we wanted to get something, and we hesitated before she left, and I don't know, we'll see whether we can find it again so I can smell it to her. This is the beauty section, like makeup, not makeup, but what do you call that? Face mask. So I don't know whether I showed this before when we were here, but this used to be a vault where this used to be a bank where they stored money in here. Look at the size of that thing. And that is like the lock stuff. And we are going to go and get some things to sell on our shop, and we will put the link to our shop on Instagram in the link below. So we are going to start walking back home. One of the reasons is because there are getting more and more like police officers on the streets than when we first arrived in Champs-Elysees, and I don't want to be caught in the middle of the riot, if there is a riot, if you know what I mean. And it is getting late, and it's getting hot, but the weather is different. So that's what we're gonna do. And I think I spent way too much money already. So we are here, and I wanted to show you guys something. This is a monument for Princess Diana. So you have like one side are the pictures of her, and I think out of everything, this photo and maybe that photo, maybe not that photo, but I know this is the recent photo of Prince Harry. I don't see any recent photo of Prince Charles or like the oldest son. Only the recent photo of Prince Harry. And this is a nice portrait. So right here, then we still smile. You are standing before the perfect replica of the flame of the Statue of Liberty erected in this place, Avenue de New York, in 1987 as a symbol of the Franco-American amity. This is where Princess Diana was seriously injured in a car crash down the tunnel, and she passed away on August 31st, 1997 at dawn. And this is another memory. And right here is it's a little bit hard to be. This photo is just right here. This whole road where they put like flowers on it. On the day of her death, it's 1 million bunches of flowers. That is her funeral, and this is the whole page of the mourners, the tribute to Princess Diana. So I'm a little bit worried about bicycles, but I wanted to show you this beforehand. So that is the Statue of Liberty, not the Statue of Liberty, but the statue for the memory of Princess Diana. And this is the underpass where she was killed, where the story is complicated, and we would talk about the story on my other channel one of these days. So yeah, the under is I think like few hundred meters below, right underneath where the statue is where she is killed basically. So I think that there's a very nice wedding going on currently, and we are just arriving back at the Eiffel Tower, and I'm thinking that we'll be walking up the different route from here than what we are usually walking from, so we can walk a different route back home. So if you remember one of our vlogs when we went to the aquarium is this side. If you see where the flags is, that is the Japanese flags, and right after it, a little bit after it, is where the aquarium is. And this side is totally blocked for I believe it's a concert, but I don't know exactly. It may be something else because I don't hear any sound. It is packed full of people, which is terrible. So this is the best view I'm tired for the Eiffel Tower. The amount of officers today compared to regular days is incredible. We are gonna continue walking. So I don't know what is the difference, because these guys are illegal immigrants selling stuff anyways, and I don't know what's the difference between this officers and the other officers who does arresting. You know what I mean? So for me, I will, because as a tourist, you buy like things from these people, even though they are illegal immigrants, but because they are selling stuff at a very cheap rate. So that's the thing that, you know, even though we are like buying stuff from them, when do we know saying which officers in Paris usually would do like arrestings on like illegal immigrants and catch them, even though like, at least for me, I don't care when I buy stuff from them because it is cheaper than going to the souvenir shops usually to buy. So that's the only question. So now there's only one souvenir shop. That one over here is closed. They used to have more here. Then there's two like shops that sells like crepes and drinks. One here and the other one is here. Sorry, it's like dark because the sun is shining against it. And that's a statue of someone. His name is Foch, Foch. I think he's an army general. And we had our dinner, me and Alison, somewhere there.